From 6 weeks to about 3-4 months that he was diagnosed, he was just not growing at all. He was very small. At 4 months old, he was the size that he was born.
And the people at the labs, at the CF Center said, don't worry about it, she looks way too healthy, she doesn't have it.
I believe it was at 6 weeks that we got the diagnosis that it was indeed CF, and it was very devastating.
We knew nothing. This is not in our family at all. We have 17 grandchildren in the family. None of them, we had never even heard of this.
We have 3 children, ages 8, 10, and 13. They all have cystic fibrosis.
You feel like your world is just crashing down, and they tell you all these horrific things.
So now here we are, we've got this diagnosis, and it's like getting hit by a brick.
Many kids with cystic fibrosis are angry, they're depressed, they don't know why they have to do all of this. It's a lot of therapy, they're in and out of the hospital.
It's a lifelong chronic illness. When Yehuda feels well, it doesn't mean that he gets to skip his treatments that day. When he feels well, thank God he's feeling well, but he needs to keep diligently, consistently doing his treatments, because otherwise he will not make it.
Sometimes I find it really frustrating that I have to do all this stuff that other kids don't have to worry about at all, and I have so many things to do, and I have so much less time than all the other kids.
We used to have a room monitor to listen to her, and at night when she was younger, and she coughs a whole night long. It doesn't matter how much therapy is done.
The future is really the worst. Like going to seminary. I really want to go to seminary in Israel. Getting married, because it's not just, finding a shidduch is a lot harder if the husband would know that maybe his wife would only live to 30-something. Children, and even a profession.
You can never really come to terms with it. Like, my kid will never be well, my kid will probably die young, my kid will have a horrible illness, and all the stuff that goes with it. You know, they're more susceptible to diabetes and liver disease and chronic lung infection. You're never okay. You can never say, oh, it's okay, my kid will suffer and we'll deal with it, or there's no cure and that's fine.
All of us have mucus, but patients with cystic fibrosis has thicker, stickier mucus than normal. As a result, children with cystic fibrosis become chronically infected, and despite all of the therapy, that mucus builds up and up and up until eventually it totally fills their bronchial tubes and they can no longer breathe.
She wakes up in the morning and has to do about an hour's worth of inhalation therapy. When she gets home in the afternoon, she has a physical therapist that comes and gives her a chest PT and bangs on her for over an hour. It's hours of therapy every day.
We have the chest physical therapist who comes every day and gives him his therapy.
She taps the chest. Okay, Evie, give me a good cough.
And then what do you do?
Give her a cough.
Let me see.
Child Life Society really helps families in need.
I met Rabbi Wolkenfeld a few years ago. He was very helpful, actually. He said anything I need, the society would provide for us, you know, medications.
We put out some months over $2,000 in co-pays. You know, our normal month is about $1,000. And so having extra money to go on any vacation in recent years just hasn't been there.
He had offered that if we wanted to, he would help us get a trampoline, because those trampolines make a big difference, actually.
They got her a treadmill like 3-4 years ago because exercise is really good for clearing your lungs.
Any family that doesn't get the proper medications, he works, you know, to get them the proper medications if they're having a problem with their Medicaid or if they're having a problem with their insurance plans that don't, you know, a lot of these medications are very, very expensive. A lot of families don't have the proper insurance. It helps them.
The Child Life Society gives an opportunity to children and their families to capture a slice of normal life.
Families really need the Child Life Society for support, for money for medications, for home health aides, for equipment for the home, whatever a family needs. They're always there to help.
A few years ago, Chaya's doctor informed us that salt water, for her to have saltwater inhalation therapy is very beneficial. We told Rabbi Wolkenfeld. Rabbi Wolkenfeld immediately said, okay, you know, how do you want me to help?
The ocean water, you know, if they take it in for a good 10 days, they're probably good health-wise for 6 to 8 months, which is really great.
You know, it's nice to get away and just feel like normal people again.
What better way to spend your tzedakah money where knowing that every dollar spent is going directly to a family in need whose children have cystic fibrosis?